What is going on, guys? Your boy Guns here, and I'm coming back at you guys with yet again another Archer video. As you guys know, my ult account is an Archer main account, and I am in KVK, and we are having some pretty good fights. So with that comes, things that I try out and things that I figure out. As you guys saw in the title, Ffraegar and Zayda were absolutely frying. Now you may be wondering, why Ffraegar Zayda if Mag Zayda are already like OP? Like, why did I make that move? So that's what I'm gonna do here today. I'm gonna be sharing you guys the build of Ffraegar Zayda because it is a low spend setup that can get some crazy merits for you guys. Okay, so I'll show you guys that, and then also show you guys what I moved around in order to make it happen and if it was worth it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get right to it. Don't mind the Forge of Light there. So let me show you guys some reports first. I know you guys love seeing the reports to kind of see the results. So you can see here. So the main reason why did I switch Zayda to Ffraegar? The main reason why, guys, because I was running Kinnara and Hosk with my last setup, and Kinnara Hosk, at least when I'm running the 4 archer setup and then the one infantry, or sorry, the 1 mage, the Kinnara Hosk just wasn't doing good for me, guys. Like, it was doing okay, but it would constantly not get the 2.0 Sev wound ratio that I was kind of going for. So because of that, I had to move some things around. So if you see this, so I ended up moving Hosk, instead of being with Kinnara, I moved Hosk with Mag. And the reason why I did that is because you can see up here it was getting some crazy merits. The reason why I did that is because Mag Hosk has always done good with Celestials. And I have heard, that it does amazing with Archers. I just never really tried it myself. So I'm like, you know what? I have heard that, that is a pretty good setup. No one else really kind of talked about it, or maybe they did, or maybe I missed it. But you can see just based off the reports here that all 4 of the marches are doing really good, right? So when you take a look at Nico Flagrim, that is a high 2.0 KD. Okay, this is the main thing to look at, is the kill death ratios. Okay, the kill death ratios is the main thing to look at. You look at Kinnara Syn, same thing over here. High 2.0s, almost a 3.0 with the Kinnara Syn with the Snow Peak Rock. And don't get me, I'll show you guys everything that I was running there, and the builds and everything. And then Mag Hosk again here, 138 to almost 400. And then again over here, Zayda, Ffraegar Zayda. And I was running the Sand Lizard with the Fang. Like I said, we will go through all of that. And then the severely wounded 554. So you can see here, like, even though this is 189k sevs, it is about like a 2.0 KD. So ultimately, that is what you're looking for, is some good kill death ratio. So I call it the Sev wound ratio, but it's kind of like in similar terms for more people to get what I'm saying, is a KD, right? It's your KD essentially. Same thing over here, the Kinnara Syn, same thing, over a 2.0 plus. Mag Hosk again, you can see here 146 to 538. So I mean, what is that? I mean, some guns math here, that, I mean, I think that's almost a 3.0, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, maybe like a 3.0 plus. So yeah, so those are the reports there, guys, of what was working and why I moved things around, which was, and I have also heard the Kinnara Ffraegar. Big shout out to Mr. Sneaky. Back in the day, he would always talk about Kinnara Ffraegar. Kinnara Ffraegar was like always doing good. And from the experience that I had from just talking to archer players, they just like, the archer setups are very versatile. You don't really hear about it much because no one really talks about archers, but yeah, so they are pretty versatile. So let's go ahead and get into the builds. Okay, so starting off with the main build that you guys are probably here for since you clicked on the video, we got good old Ffraegar Zayda. And yes, you guys see it right, we are running the Fang of Ashkari on it. A lot of defense here. Okay, so it's the max Fang of Ashkari. Very attainable, even for free to play. Even if it's level 1, 2, or 3, it still does really well. Zayda is awakened, and we were running that sand lizard that I showed you guys in my previous video with the other setups that I was running. This sand lizard setup is really nice. If I could change anything, I would change shield breaker to advanced chain strike to allow to get even more healing. So this setup here, all it really does, it keeps the freaking march alive, guys. It keeps the freaking march alive. And one of the things about keeping the march alive, you're keeping the pressure up on the enemy. You're not sitting there refreshing. So like, if you can imagine, like if there's a few setups out there that are just staying alive forever, like, I mean, the sky's the limit essentially. Um, since I saw this report, I'm actually curious about trying a Mag Zeta with the Fang of Ashkari instead of something else. But yeah, we'll see. And so here is the talent tree, right? The main thing that you guys were looking for. So here's the talent tree that I was running on Ffraegar. I've always been a fan of this setup, especially halfway. And so you can see here, we're going into the marksman tree. We're not getting as much mobility. Because we do carry on a good amount over here, so they didn't pick up the 15 here. When here we got the hero skill damage dealt here. You could potentially switch that out, honestly, with alert. And you can see we went up this way, picked up the extra HP that helps deal with hitting the tanks. All right, into Delight, Harvest, and then Pursuit. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Over here on the mobility side, so we're picking up that mobility to be quick. We're picking up that additional attack. We're picking up normal attack, which also stacks with the crit rate. Then we're also using preemptive preparation. So when you enter battle, you get an automatic attack increase of 10%. So this bonus reduces by 0.5% every second. But as you guys know, the field is very fluid, so you're constantly coming in and out of battle. So getting that 10% attack buff is actually really nice for this kit. And then the second one is taking less normal attack damage. Okay, and I was kind of wondering. I was like, so what is it about Ffraegar and Zayda that have so much synergy together? I think probably the main thing is that both Ffraegar, you can see here from her rage skill, that she gets a 60% crit rate bonus for 7 seconds. And when you come over here and look at Zayda, she's also getting a 25% chance to get a 25% more crit rate. So like together, they're almost critting. What is that? Because let's see. Oh God, guns math. 60% plus the 25% here. Right, that's 85. I get that that's only a 25% chance. So you have a chance of up to 85% crit rate. That's kind of wild, right? Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And you can also get stacks by the Dawn Watcher's marks. Like that is like, I call him like a crit monster. Okay, so moving on over to Mag Hosk. I was running my 555 Mag as I showed you guys with the Shadow Blades, a 5-star Hosk awakened. And then the same thing over here with the Shadow Manti with the 3-star and the same setup I had before. The build is still the same. I was still running the same Archer setup here. And the thing with Mag Hosk, okay, I'll leave this up for a few seconds so you guys can screenshot that. The thing with Mag Hosk, guys, is that they have some pretty good synergy. When you look at Hosk, attack bonus, HP bonus, damage dealt bonus. Okay, that's a rally one. So increased defense bonus, right? So it helps mitigate counterattack damage when you're hitting the tanks. Also, you increase you having more troops. So the more troops you have, the bigger the nuke that of Magzay is, because she has more troops, right? You also get normal attack crit rate is increased by 6%, and their counterattack rate increased by 6%, up to a maximum of 30% for 6 seconds, guys. So I'm not sure if with Mag you get the maximum buffs here to get the crit rate of 30%, but I mean, you can imagine that does some pretty nice damage once it's fully stacked, okay? And let's see. Boom, boom, boom. The next one that I gotta show you guys is the Kinnara Syn. And the Kinnara Syn is an interesting one for sure. And I was running it here with, so I'm gonna show you guys here. Bang. Let me make sure that it was the artifact that I was running it with. Okay, it was my level 4 Heart of Kamasi. So essentially, like, you know how people are running Kinnara Sybil or Sybil Kinnara? This is kind of like a similar version of that setup. Not like, you know, like exactly the same, but similar concepts, right? So you have an Awakened Kinnara, both 5-star, Syndreon 5-star, level 4 Heart of Kamasi here. And then I was running it with the Snow Peak. Man, the Snow Peak is, I'm telling you guys, it's a secret weapon, man. It's dope. It's dope. You might be wondering why didn't I run it with the spear? I'll be honest. I just really like the Heart of Kamasi because it deals really well when you're hitting tanks. So, but as I get more levels for my spear, then we'll go for more of that. So then, bang, here we go. Here's the same. Here's the same build that I was running on the previous one. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then for the final one, it's gonna be the Nico Flagrim. And I know last time I didn't show you guys a report, but this time I am. This is only a level 1 Iron Tusk, and my Flagrim is almost there. I haven't bought the dailies for him. I'm kind of being lazy about it. I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend more money. But, a few dailies just to get Flagrim done. I mean, he's gonna get done regardless pretty easily, so I'm not really rushing it, but I'm excited to get started on Sybil. That way I can finish Sybil and kind of, move on to the next setup. But who knows? Maybe I don't work on Sybil. Maybe I just wait and save my money since my 4 setup is already pretty good. But we'll see. Like I said, guys, let's go ahead and show you guys the Nico Flagrim. Let's see. Do I have a preset for that? Okay, so here is the Nico Flagrim once again. Bang. Iron Tusk, the Barb Manticore that I'm currently building. I just started building it, so we're not even close to 3-star, but we'll get there. Okay, here is the setup once again for the Nico. And I still need my next war that I do. I'm gonna try out Flagrim Primary and see if it's like if the Flagrim Primary is better. I know some of you guys in my previous video said that that the Flagrim Primary does better for you guys, so it'll be interesting to see how that is. But yeah, guys, I've been having a lot of fun with this setup. As you guys can see, like, my merit reports have been really nice. Even without the Warlords class, I'm still getting like 40, 50, 60k merit reports with good KDs, right? Kill death ratios. Like I said, that is the main. Yes, a beautiful, a nice big merit report is always nice. Okay, everyone loves big merit reports, but at the end of the day, it's about the kill to sev wound ratios, right? Because the better that you're managing that, excuse me, the longer you're in the field and you're doing the most damage. So also another big takeaway, guys, is the fact that a Hosk, don't get me wrong, you still got to pay a decent amount of money, but a lot of people buy Hosk anyways because of the treaties and stuff that you get and all the additional goodies that you get from the VIP shop. So not only are you going to have a hero ready to go, so as soon as Mag comes out, boom, just slap Hosk with Mag in the beginning at least until you get your Zayda up to a pretty good spot to where they can take over. But that's kind of the whole idea. And also is to show you guys that even as a low spend account, it's still very possible to be cooking out there. I mean, realistically, the only thing really limiting me is the amount of troops that I have. So if not, I would be cooking a lot more this season. But it is what it is. You do what you can at the end of the day. And that's all you can really do. But that's gonna be it for the video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys drop a like on the video. It definitely helps me out a ton. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that sub button, turn on the bell notification, lets you guys know when I go live or drop a new video. Peace, guys.